Okay, it is the first part of the gastrointestinal system. Mucous membrane, it refers to the mucus salivary glands that we will take later on. We will talk about the layers and the classification types. We have started by the oral epithelium, which is the type is stratified squamous, and the different layers here start to undergo maturation, okay, of different layers from the basal layer until the uppermost layer, okay. We have what we call epithelial ridges or epithelial pegs, that are the indentations or the projections of the epithelium into the lamina propria. And we have a basement membrane. Always between an epithelium and a connective tissue, there is always a basement membrane. The lamina propria underneath is the connective tissue. It is called so a lamina propria. It means the layer that supports, the proper layer that supports the epithelium. Thus, it is composed of or it contains the blood vessels, the nerves, the arteries, the veins, okay, and some of the very small salivary cells, okay. We also have what we called of the connective tissue papillae, which means projections of the connective tissue inside of the epithelium. Thus, we can divide the lamina propria into two parts. It is also considered part of the oral mucosa, the lamina propria, and underneath we have submucosa, which is a dense connective tissue that has the major blood vessels, the major nerves, and the major salivary glands, minor salivary glands in this case, okay, which separates the underlying bone or muscle according to the type and function of the mucosa from the uppermost mucosa, the oral lining of the tissue. Keratin is the protein, the most main protein that is produced after the epithelial cells differentiate. The epithelial cells differentiate into keratinocytes, these which are the cells that produce keratin. So the keratin is a tough water-resistant protein that has a resisting property for water, okay, water resisting, and also it forms a layer that resists the pathogenic invasion and the friction. All the cells of the oral epithelium are called keratinocytes. If you compare the oral mucosa to the skin also is keratinized, a highly keratinized membrane or dermis, while the oral mucosa is mostly non-keratinized. 60% of the oral mucosa is non-keratinized. While the cells are called keratinocytes, and the cells are called keratinocytes, and we have the ability, either they are able to produce the keratin and they produce it in the keratinized type, or they are called also we have keratinocytes that do not produce the keratin, composing the non-keratinized epithelium. So